Many people would argue that bullying ceases to exist after high school, and I operated under this mindset when I graduated. My friend Sarah, who is responsible for helping me come out of that dark place in my latter part of high school, was also going to go to college with me, and we had our sights set on a university where we would be able to be who we are without being bullied at all whatsoever. And if she's watching this, Sarah, I just wanted you to know that I absolutely love you, and I cannot even express how I would be today if I didn't have you in my life, or even if I would be here today, so thank you. But anyway, when I went to college, one of the first things that I did was come out of the closet. A friend that I had who got angry at me over something decided to email my mom on a Godzilla fan site that I had, that I still have, and that's how she found out about my sexual orientation. After that, things became very difficult because I was thrust into transitioning into, being openly gay without preparing for it at all whatsoever. And I feel like I was upset because I thought that I disappointed my parents in every way. I was upset because I heard that my brother was getting bullied back in high school because his peers found out about my sexual orientation, and it all in all was a bad time for me. And I mean, it was better than high school because I was able to be who I am. I was able to express myself, but at the same time, it was happening far too quickly. I believed that bullying wouldn't exist anymore, but quickly realized that it took on a different form. It became more passive-aggressive and subtle. On campus, I went to Central Michigan University, and on campus, I started immersing myself in the Gay-Straight Alliance, and I started I basically threw myself into the whole quote-unquote gay scene, and I wanted to meet guys. I quickly realized that bullying was happening again, and this time it was from other gay people, and it really upset me. I would have guys who would be interested in me and then suddenly tell me that I'm ugly, or that I wasn't worth their time, or that I was a loser. I've had other gay people call me a faggot before, say that I'm too feminine, that I'm not masculine enough for them. And in that important transitional period, that nearly destroyed me. And I had several instances my first semester of college where I wanted to die because, I mean, I couldn't fit in anywhere in high school, and now that I was in college, now that I was actually out, I couldn't fit in with other gay people either, and it was unbelievably overwhelming. I got to a point where I completely introverted myself to an extent that was almost life-threatening at times, and if it wasn't for certain friends like Sarah and several other people, I wouldn't be here. In fact, I also became affiliated with a group called Open Grove Society, which was a religious diversity group that helped kind of balance the negativity that I had experienced in the Gay-Straight Alliance. And with the Gay-Straight Alliance, basically my entire interpretation of what the gay community was flipped upside down. And it wasn't the group itself, it was extracurricular activities that did it. And I went to some parties and quickly realized that I was being sexually objectified, and there were instances where inappropriate fondling happened when I didn't want it to happen. And if I didn't do it, I was immediately ostracized and invalidated from the group. And as much as it hurts me to say this about various instances, like in the gay community, this happens, and I've seen it happen countless times. And it makes me angry that the gay community wants to be accepted and embraced when we don't even make an effort to accept and embrace the people within our own community. And that really scarred me for a long time because I basically felt as though I wasn't worthy of even my sexual orientation. I felt that I was never going to meet anyone. I felt that I was going to be alone for the rest of my life. And that took a distinct toll on me. In fact, I remember this one event that this completely destroyed me. I had a person intentionally lead me on and, sweet talk me and everything. And he wanted me to come to his dorm, and he was like, hey, why don't you come hang out with me? We'll have a great time, and yada yada. I get there, and he is making out and everything with this other person, and I really liked this person. And the fact that that happened just, I remember being laughed at. And I, again, felt like a joke, like I did in high school. And from there on out, the rest of my freshman year of college, I was just like, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. And some would argue that it isn't bullying, but when a person does something intentionally to hurt someone else, that to me is considered bullying. People assume that bullying ends into adulthood. It doesn't end. In adulthood, people are just more wary of pointing out bullying because they think it's a childhood issue, when in fact it is not.